This is Row Talk.
It's almost the end of February. Spring is almost here. I'm looking forward to getting out on the road and running. I haven't been running that much because of the weather. There's a change in temperature, so when it warms up, all the snow melts and then the sidewalks are filled with water and then it becomes ice, so it's not a good idea to run in that weather. But whenever there's a fresh falling of snow, that's a good time. So I've been trying to keep that up. I saw this dope movie, The Protégé. Stars Maggie Q, Samuel L. Jackson, and Michael Keaton. Maggie Q is an assassin, and her boss gets killed, so she goes on a hunt trying to find the killer. And yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a good, um, it's like a good action story, fight sequences. I enjoyed it. I also enjoyed watching Reacher. So Reacher is a show based on the character Jack Reacher, famously portrayed by Tom Cruise in two movies. But this Reacher in the show, which is on Amazon Prime, is more like the character described in the books by Lee Child. It's like this 6'2" or 6'4" giant guy who just left the military police in the U.S. And the series follows the first book, which is called Killing Floor. So he shows up in this town called Margrave, goes to a diner, and is about to eat a piece of pie when the police come in and arrest him for committing a murder. So he has just entered the town. And so he goes to prison, and then, yeah, there's a whole bunch of killings in the show, and it's a good show. It's a pretty good act. It's a pretty good portrayal of the novel. They changed a few things here and there, but overall, I really liked watching it. It's an 8 episode series. I watched one per day, and then binge two on the last one, and follows the story pretty well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to season two, which is exciting. I'm not sure what book they're gonna do, but whatever it is, hopefully it has the same vibe. I also finished reading the Tao of Wu for the second time. The first time I read it was over 10 years ago in high school. It's by the RZA with Chris Norris, who I guess is a contributing writer. I don't know who did most of the writing, but anyway, it's RZA's book about kind of a mix of his life experience, philosophy, and spirituality. It's got a bunch of quotes, some parables, stories, lyrics from songs. It's a very strange book, but it has some interesting things in there. So, for example, there's this one page which is called The Art of Listening, and I'm going to paraphrase, but it has two sentences. It says, "A man must always think 7 times before acting. It's easier to build a glass than break it." So, I like that because, well, it takes a lot of effort to put in work, and you got to be dedicated, even if, it can be shattered easily. Part two of the Walking Dead final season is actually coming out today on TV. It's an 8 episode series, with part three being another 8 episodes coming whenever. The first part ended a few months ago. I've been watching the show since season one. I actually started like 6 years ago. And it's been great. Looking forward to finishing it off and seeing how the story diverges from the comic books. Because by now, there's a lot of characters in the show that aren't there at this point in the story compared to the comic books. Hopefully, it's pretty awesome. This is Rao Talk.